Hey everybody, welcome to the Bitcoin video for today. Today is May 21st, 2020. We are bright and early, 8:30 in the morning today. I do want to take a look at Bitcoin. I want to take a look at some of the price action that has occurred. And of course, before I get into any of this, you guys know the deal. This isn't financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. You're responsible for your own trades, manage your own risk, doing your own research. I'm just giving my opinion on the market here. Okay, so let's take a look at a few things here. I'm going to move into the chart. I want to talk about what happened over the course of yesterday, last night, all that good stuff. And so we had been keeping an eye on a little bit of a rising wedge, and then we also outlined potential for a secondary trend line that was also important. And basically we're sitting on pretty important support right now, but I do think that we have a little bit lower to go. I do think that dip is going to be for buying, so I'm going to be making an attempt on purchasing anywhere near 9,000, anywhere between 9,000 to 9,100 is probably going to be a good area to attempt a buy. Now, of course, with that, let's also talk about what did happen here. So, we were eyeing this upper, right? So that's what was creating this to get us our target of 11.5, and we were, using this lower right here, which was, basically based off of this low right here, and also off of this low right here, and that did actually prove to be an important support level because it became resistance when we fell through it. And let's just zoom in and take a look at how perfect that actually was. So what we can see here is that trend line, which is this guy right here. We broke down below. We did a perfect bearish retest, which I was able to add to my position, and I actually created a new short on Ethereum at that time. So my short on Ethereum, my average entry on Ethereum, I've got that open over here on another screen, is about $211. It was 210.75. And right now we're at 206.50. I did close out some of that because I put some orders on Ethereum down below at about $203, 203, and so part of that position did get closed out. I am still currently in a short on Ethereum. But the reason why I think the next dip is for buying is, well, first off, so if we're taking a look at this channel, and let me just highlight this channel so it's a little easier for us to see here. That's going to be this guy right here, this channel. We haven't tested the lower of this channel yet. Not that we have to, but there's a couple things that I do like about this. Okay, so first off, we have our low right here at about 9,100. I would say that it's probably a high likelihood that we will test that again at 9,100. So I'm going to make an attempt to buy it, and the other reason why is I'm also taking a look at our waves indicator, and again, if you're insured, you have access to this. Our waves indicator is indicating that we are approaching a buy. So my short on Bitcoin is from right around here. Actually, let me just go ahead and get the actual amount. I am short from 97.9650. So basically from right here. Obviously that short, I had been in it, from all the way back here. I've been sitting in that short for quite some time. And when we went down low, I did open up a long, which I am prepared to do again, right? And we were talking about this trading strategy a couple days ago where I was short from 97, 96.50, and I was long from, I don't remember exactly what it was. That position is now closed at the time, or at least at the moment. Now I was long, we'll say it was from 9,600, right? And I had basically a stop loss on my short at about 10,100. I had a stop loss on my long from about 9,400 or 9,425, something along those lines. So obviously my long got stopped out, and that's fine. That's the point of kind of an equal-sized hedge. You want to get out of one of those positions so that you can start to actually make money on the other position. Because if I'm short from one and I'm long from the other and I never get out of either, then I'm not making any money unless one position is bigger than the other, and you hope it's the one in the direction in which you are going. and in which case you probably shouldn't be in that hedge position anyway if it's going against you. So nonetheless, on this dump here, I got stopped out of that position, right? And this is kind of what I expected to happen. Well, I didn't know which way it was going. I assumed that we were going up, but I was prepared if we went down instead, and we are going down. So I am happy that I'm out of that long position. I am going to make, again, I'm going to make another attempt at longing at about 9,100 because that level does seem to be important. This level here at 9,300 is also equally as important. You know, we could see this down here as a liquidity pool. So anything from 91 to 9,300, you could definitely see that as a liquidity pool. So we wicked, we wicked, we tried to touch it again. Here was a significant wick as well. We had a pull down. This was our initial support there. So I'm seeing 9,300 also as pretty important support, although I do think that that is going to probably get retested, probably is going to make another dip to these lows, probably raid 9,200. More than likely it's going to push it down to 91, and we'll see what happens there. But I can just see these indicators right now. You've got the 1 hour and the 3 hour are both very oversold, and it's not approaching the danger zone yet. Let me just go ahead and zoom in here. Not approaching the danger zone. We're still sitting above 25. So both the 1 hour and the 3 hour are both above 25. So this isn't, for me, an ideal place to open up a long position. You know, of course, I will take a look at the 3 hour and see what that looks like as this, you know, kind of curls back up. We'll see what things look like. It does look like we're creating a little bit of a bottom here, or at least, you know, the signs of this being a bottom. I do want to see this come down below 25 though. So what that tells me is we probably have a little longer to go, right? Okay, so you know, just another thing that I can kind of see here is from this guy, we do have a little bit of support on its way out. So basically what I think is probably happening, we've got this 1, 2, and then we're gonna probably go down for the 3 here, and this would fall in tomorrow morning. So basically about 24 hours from now is when this could potentially work itself out. But we'll see. This may actually come quicker. Good morning, Todd. How are you? So yeah, I mean, several things that we're taking a look at here. First is 9,200, or sorry, 9,300. I do kind of expect that this is going to be broken, at least for the short term. And I would expect that we do come down here to 9,100. So I'm going to set some bids because this is more than likely going to be a bit of a wick, a quick thing. And I may not be at the charts because, you know, I don't sit here and stare at the charts all day long. I am pretty active on the Discord server, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm always just staring at charts, right? I come in here a couple times a day, just like I do with stocks, right? I'll spend maybe 20, 30 minutes just kind of scrolling through stocks, which I'm about ready to do here in just a little bit. I spend a little bit of time looking at crypto, but mostly I just take a look at Bitcoin. Just like with stocks, you know, I really just kind of take a look at SPY. Take a look at SPY, I take a look at Dow Jones, look at the indexes, see what they're looking like. And then if it looks like it's probably going to be a good day for that particular index, then I'll start diving into the stocks and see what they look like. But at any rate, so yeah, I don't sit here and just stare at the charts. You know, I would say that this is a large portion of my life, but that doesn't mean that I'm always staring at this. I still like to go golfing. I still like to, you know, go out to, you know, the bars or whatever and just kind of have a good time. I still like to have a life, but at the same time, you know, that's why we have these indicators, because it doesn't serve you or me, you know, any good to just sit here and just stare at the charts all day long waiting for every $1 move. You know, we have the 12-hour that crossed bearish up here, and I mean, look at this. So they confirmed bearish here at 97.68. We had a little push up above that to 97.86, and now here we are at 9,300. Okay, so we had several $100 move to the downside after we crossed bearish. It does not always work, right? I'm using this as an example, right? But this right here was not a good call, because we eventually kind of crossed bullish here, right? So it doesn't always work, but nothing always works, right? You know, you've got the buy right here, and then you called the sell right here. If you're looking at this from a bullish perspective, which macro Bitcoin is on a bullish trend, you'd take the long and then you would get out. You wouldn't necessarily immediately short. Then here you would take the long, and then here you would not necessarily short. Now, I do have a short-term bearish bias, so I was interested in taking this short. And again, I was short from 97, 96.50. So this is not when I went short. I have been short for a while now, but nonetheless, that is kind of what I'm waiting for. Again, not to prolong this, let's just recap this one more time. I'm expecting another push below 9,200 to 9,100. If I get a bid down at 9,000, that is ideal for me. I'm not going to bet on it. Do I think that it's going to get all the way down to 9,000? Well, let's just see if there is anything out there that will support a move down to 9,000. So I'm going to take my trend-based fib extension. I'm going to start up here at the top. We're going to come all the way down here to the bottom, and then let's just pull this back and see what some of our technical targets. I mean, look at that right there, 910250. That is going to be our 100%. So if this is an A and this is a B, we come down for the C, that's going to be 9100. I mean, right on the money, right on the money. It is very possible. The question on the YouTube chat, it is very possible you're still in a wave 4. Okay, so that is very possible. We're still in a wave 4, and it looks like we are in a diagonal. It does not look like that we are in any kind of a, it doesn't look like we're in any kind of like an impulse or a motive wave, because we do have some overlap here. So I would say that we probably are in the midst of a diagonal. And actually, question is, are we in a wave 4? You know, I'm not sure, because this wave 4 is just taking too long, right? If this was the 2, well, it's just taken too long, right, compared to the wave 2. What I would actually be more inclined to say at this point is that from here, this is the 1, and this is the 2. And then we go up for 3, 4, 5. Still possible we go to 11.5, guys. That is not off the table. As long as we stay inside of this channel here, it's possible that we can wick down to 89.07. Right, it's possible that we wick down to 8,900. I wouldn't surprise me one bit. I'm going to remove this Elliott count because I'm not too committed to it. I'm going to remove this trend line because it's not as important right now. The trend line that's important right now is this guy right here. So if this is a 1 and this is working on the 2, then we should have pretty significant buying kicking in. Now, if we don't get that, then you know, this is definitely weak, very weak. Let's just take a look on one more aspect here. If we go from the bottom here, about right there, get as close as I can, up here to the top, which again was the 618. We talked about that as well. We have the 50% here at 9,038, right? So the 50 is your friend till the end. And then the next area of support is going to be here at 8,800. So, I mean, I'm going to make an attempt here at about 9,100. If I get a bid down here at 9,000, I'm going to have that there as well. I'm not going to place any bids below that. I'll probably stop somewhere on the other side of 9,000, which I'm sure a lot of people are also going to. But in my opinion, that is worth the risk right now. Again, with me being short from 98, I'm going to keep that short from 98. I'm going to, again, go on an equal-sized long position down here at about 9,000. I'm going to make another attempt because I still think that 11.5 is a possibility. 11.5 is still possible. So I'm going to make another attempt to long down below, and you know, just kind of see what happens. I'm just going to let it play out. And you know, maybe I stop out of that one as well. For right now, I'm still in a profitable position, and I am profitable even with the stop loss that I had on my long. So you know, I'm okay with this. I'll just let it work out. Of course, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask in the Discord. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you guys have there. If you want an invite to our Discord server, go ahead and just throw in a comment in the YouTube chat. I'll be more than happy to get an invite code out to you. We have a nice community of users. We're not trolls. We are not, we're good people. We're good people. Everybody in there is good. And still for the next 8 or 9 days, probably the next week, I'm still taking all of the insured payments and donating that all to charity as well. So if you're interested in receiving the access to the indicators and Elliott wave analysis on a lot of other stocks and indexes, we still have that there for you as well. So just throw in a comment here if you want access to the Discord. Otherwise, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. And wherever you're in the world, I guess I hope you're having a good day, a good night, good evening, and good morning if you are here on the East Coast. Take care, everyone.